Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you are in the world today, hope that you are doing okay. Hope all is pleasant for you. And most importantly, my friends, I hope that you are in good health. Once again, welcome to the Common Sense channel. On this channel, my friends, we get to talk about those things that people know, that people have thought about, but don't often have the time to discuss. These, my friends, are the things we discuss here on the Common Sense channel. So, once again, welcome to the Common Sense channel. So, for those of you who may be subscribed to my channel or watching my channel for the first time or just new to my channel, every month I come on this platform. I honor the ancestors. I honor them because without them, there's no me. I honor them because they, my friends, are my roots, and I, my friends, is the tree. Whatever fruits they bear are the same fruits I will bear. So there are just these reasons why every month, I honor the ancestors. So if you don't know who your ancestors are, I often tell my viewers who the ancestors are. So your ancestors are your great grandparents from your mom's side and from your dad's side. These individuals, my friends, have once walked this earth. You understand? They've lived here. They've done incredible things while they were here. Whichever way you want to see them, they walk this earth. Ancestors are those people that walk this earth. They live here, they've been here, they've done something here, and their actions, whatever they've done, had one way or the other touched the lives of others, good or bad. So for that reason, my friends, I honor them. I honor them every month. I also honor them because without their sacrifices in paving the way for me to be here, I won't be able to live the life that I'm living today. It's because of them. Their tireless night, their sleepless night, the days that they had time to do other things, they had to put those aside to pave the way for my own mom to come into this world, for my own dad to come into this world, for his own dad and my own mom parents to come into this world, made it possible for me to be here. So for these and many other reasons are the reasons why I celebrate them every month. So if you are someone and you subscribe to my channel and you believe in that, you believe in the ancestors, in honoring them, do not hesitate to do so. Because to live is to die. To die is to live. Why am I saying this? It's because the living is also the dead, and the dead is also the living. There are many cultures in this world that understand this basic principle that in order to live, you must die. And in order to die, you must live. And if you understand this principle, these principles, you, my friend, will never be afraid of dying. You will never think of your immortality, because it is appointed unto you once to live. And after death, as the religious people say, there's judgment. Me personally, I don't believe there's judgment. I don't believe that you're going to go somewhere and stay there and then you're going to burn in hell. I don't. I believe that our lives are recyclable. We go and we come right back here. Yes. That's why once you understand that principle, you will never be afraid to die. Because you know when you die, you're coming back. Because your ancestors are you, and you is them. Understand? If your ancestor wants to come into this world, they will come into this world in form of your own children. Yes, they will come into this world if their mission on this earth were not accomplished, or if they want to accomplish their mission through you, or through your children, or through their great-great-grandchildren, they'll do it. They'll come into this world. So we, my friends, are recyclable. We are just like the plants out there. They recycle themselves. We also do the same. And there are cultures in this world, I meant to say this, but I'm going to say it, that are not afraid of dying, because they know to die is to live. You understand? It's deep. But in order for you to live, you must die. And in order for you to die, you must live. So once you understand this principle, my friends, you will be able to communicate or commute or talk with the dead. And they'll listen. They will be with you every step of the way. They will show you. They will enlighten you. Let me tell you a little bit of story. There was a time when I did not discover myself. I was all over the place. I was scattered because I didn't know who I was at that time. And the moment I discovered myself, I suddenly stopped worrying about my immortality. I stopped worrying about a lot of things. And I just allowed the ancestors to lead me. Sometimes there are incidents that's about to happen, and I would see in real time the ancestor would step in. I mean, it's hard to explain if you've never experienced it, but when you believe in the ancestors, they are with you every day. Before danger reach you, they've already gone ahead of you. If danger suddenly occur, they'll step in. I remember a day I was driving down the road. It was the freeway. And I remember the car it was a wet day. It was raining but not heavy, but the street was wet. And I remember I was driving, I wasn't speeding, but I was driving the normal speed. And then all of a sudden, the car almost flipped. And I can remember my hand holding the steering. And then all of a sudden, I could feel the hand of another thing. I don't know what it was, but it was an entity. And it grabbed the steering and twisted to the center, as if it was gravity pulling the car to the center. And let me tell you, on that same day, this same incident happened twice. And I felt that someone was in the car. And it was the ancestors. They were in the car with me. And that moment on, I knew that they were there. That's why when it's not your time to die or to exit this world, nothing, absolutely nothing, can take away your life if it's not your time. Here's why. Because each of us has a mission. Each of us has a purpose. Each of us has a goal that we must accomplish before we exit this world. If you know this, you will go to bed every night not thinking about when or how or where you're going to die. That's a scary thought. But once you free your mind, once you finally emancipate who you are and you discover yourself in the process, you will not think about your immortality. You will never fear dying. You will never fear death, because death is the fear that they've put in your mind that makes you brainwash, that makes the power that controls your mind brainwash you. But if you can defeat death in your mind mentally by understanding what I just said, that in order to live, you must die. And in order to die, you must live. If you understand that, my friends, you will always live in peace and not fear. And that's what these organized religious people want you to believe. Ever since I started honoring my ancestors or the ancestors, I don't worry about none of that stuff. My life is constantly rested in the hands of my ancestors and in the hands of the ancestors, because I'm able to tap into their world. So that's the reason why every month I celebrate them. They'll teach you knowledge. They'll show you wisdom. They will expose mysteries to you. Things that are hidden, you will know. You will speak with authority. You will speak with impunity. You won't be afraid of nothing, because the same spirit that control all lives are the same spirits that are behind your life. You understand? And not only that, they are constantly advocating on your behalf. Why? Because they, my friends, are you and you are them, and they are in your DNA. You understand? And that's the reason why I said we are our ancestors, because they replicated us, and we are going to replicate ourselves by the children we bring into this world. You understand? So for those people that have children, they will never die, because they replicate themselves. So their DNA, if they passes away, that DNA continue to lives on in their children, and the children passes on to their own children, and their own children passes on to their own children. So the replication of you continues into eternity. So that's why it saddens me for those people who don't have children, because those people who don't have children, their eternal life ends the moment they exit this world. There's no eternity for them. There's no eternal life for them, because they didn't bear no seeds. They didn't, just like the tree that bear no seeds, no fruit, and that tree dies into the earth. There's no remembrance of that tree. But the trees that bear fruits and seeds, continue to multiply another tree, another fruit, another seed. It's the same with human beings. You understand? I don't know this by myself. If it wasn't for the ancestor that told me these things, it revealed them to you, life start to make sense. The essence of life, the essence of death start to make sense to you. So why am I saying all this? I'm saying this to tell you, no matter what your ancestor had done, honor them. Good or bad, they did that for your sake. They did that to get you to where you are. That's the reason why you're here. Without an ancestors, there is absolutely no history. You understand? You can check this in any textbook. It'll tell you the same thing. There must have been an ancestors for there to be a history of a place, of a people, of a race, of a gender, whatever it is. There must have been someone that existed for you to be in existence. So, in this country, Ancestors Day is called Memorial Day. That's the day you remember all the people before you. They don't have to be your relative. They don't have to be from your bloodline. They did something collectively that paved the way for the society that you found yourself in today. So you, my friend, must always honor them if you want to find your way in life. You can start by honoring your great-great-great-great-grandmom, your great-great-great-great-grandma, pop, those two individuals. If you know history of them, if you know some of the good things that they've done, when you're going through hard times in life, call on these, talk about them in these positive ways. Call on their names, celebrate them. And let me tell you, start to do that. They, my friends, will start to show you. There are a lot of good things that happen in my life that I don't talk about all the time. But I know what happened. I never used to do this. But I understand that the people that brought religion, organized religion to us as Africans, as people of this world, they honor their ancestors. They call them saints. Understand? There's so many of them out there. They honor them. Anyone that walked this earth is an ancestor. And you look back at what they've done, their legacy, what they've done to get the world to where it's at. That's what you ought to honor. That's what you ought to venerate. Because without their action, without their sacrifices, without the work, without the time and energy and effort that it put to make the society what it is today, you, my friends, would not be here and living in the condition that you are today. So that's the reason why when things are not so good, when things are going wrong, you can pour libation to them. You don't have to be super rich to do libation. You can I often use water. Water is one of the elements of Mother Earth that is commonly known, that is commonly used. When the human being comes into this world, water It's what they use to welcome that human species or human being. What is used to give them a bath, and what is used to give them to drink. What is used to cook, what is used for cleaning, what is used for almost everything that a human species uses to elevate and enhance their living condition. So pouring libation using water to the ancestors is a great way to honor them. You can use sweets, you can use food, whatever is it you knew that they like when they were here on this planet, on earth. You can use that too. They'll come. They'll come. Their signs, they'll show you when they receive your gift. But you have to be sincere. You have to be sincere about what you're doing when you're honoring and venerating your ancestors. You have to be sincere. Can't be fake. You don't honor the ancestors when you're not sincere. You have to be upright in your mind, and you have to be sincere when you honor them. You have to believe too that they have received your sacrifice or whatever it is that you've given to them. That's the reason, my friends, I honor the ancestors every month. You can pray to them, and you can pray to them about those things that you want. Why? Why do you pray to them? Because they, my friends, as I've always said, when I venerate the ancestors, is that they are closer to the Almighty. There is an Almighty. I believe that is above all creation. And that Almighty is a spirit, and it dwells with the spirit. So your ancestors, my friends, they are already in the spirit world with them. And they lives inside of you. That's why Yeshua HaMashiach says, the kingdom of God is within, it's inside of you. You don't need looking for it nowhere. It's right within you. So if the kingdom of God is inside of you, that means your ancestors lives inside of you. And that's why I told you your ancestors are in your DNA. Because you're replicating them. Anytime you give birth to a child, you're replicating your ancestors. You can give birth to a child that once lived some 300 years ago from your generation that came back. May not look like you, but may look like someone in the past that are related to your family. You understand? You are the replication of your ancestors, my friend. Until you know this, you would just think honoring them is the wrong thing. But organized religious people tell you to worship St. Paul, St. Peter, St. Andrew, St. this, St. that. And you do it without questioning. You do it with impunity. But you don't know that these individuals were once ancestors. They done the reason why they call them saints, my friends, is because they did incredible things in the lives of the living. When they were here, they healed someone, they cured someone, they fed someone, they clothed someone, they housed someone. The least of these, they protected someone. When someone was down on luck, they step up and help them. They didn't say, I don't have to know you to help you. When someone was about to be murdered, they step in and give their life for that person. And they call them a saint. Because of that, they're a saint. They've done great things. It's the same with your ancestors. When you remember them of the good things they've done to you when you was a little child, that's why you should honor them. And that's the reason why I do these videos. You understand? Because I see the results. So I want to honor the ancestors in my own way. As I've always done, I'm going to begin by honoring all the ancestors that could not make it. For me, this is very emotional, but I'm not an emotional person. All the ancestors that could not make it, because I know most of them came from West Africa. Based on my research and my study and based on what I know, I believe all those individuals that did not make it through the transatlantic slave trade into the Western world, that perished beneath the ocean, I honor you, great ancestors. I honor all those ancestors that were transported across the trans-Sahara slave trade into the so-called Middle East to only be castrated. I honor you and used as slaves. I honor you, great ancestors. I reach out to you wherever you are today. I pray that you grant us mercy, grant us peace, grant us love, grant us understanding and wisdom, because our world is in total mess and chaos. I honor you, great ancestors. I honor all of those ancestors that gave their life during pre- and post-colonial era. I honor you, fighting against injustice, fighting for equality, fighting for peace, unity, fighting for independence, fighting for civil rights for all, especially the oppressed and those who couldn't fight for themselves. I honor you, great ancestors. I honor all those ancestors that were medicine men and women, that were doctors, lawyers, traditional healers, all of those people that served the community in all capacities, whether they were carpenter, lawyer, plumber, builders, teachers, whatever the professions they had then, that made significant impact in the community. I honor you, great ancestors. I honor all those ancestors that constantly thinking about ways to invent something that will help improve the world, that set the stage for some of the technologies and modern medical technologies as far as medication is concerned, that lay the foundation for what we see today. Some of you, your names were never written in history books. Some of you, that you were sidelines, you were maligned, you were put aside because of injustice, but you kept fighting on. You kept fighting on. Just to you give it out free to the world, just so humanity can be better. I honor you. On this day, every month, I come here honor you. As we start this month, to this the 3rd day of February, I pray that you continue to bless our world. I pray that you intercede on our behalf. Let the Creator, the Almighty, the Spirit that we don't see, but continue to watches over us, even when we are asleep, even when we're awake, even when we're not paying attention. That Almighty Spirit is watching over us continuously, intercede on our behalf. Let Almighty know that we have leaders in this world that are playing God, and these individuals are God. And if they're trying to blow this thing up so everyone can be on a life, intercede on our behalf. Let the Almighty speak to the hearts of these individuals as He did according to religious texts, organized religious texts, to the Pharaoh as he hardened his heart. May He soften, Almighty. They say He, but I know the Almighty can soften the hearts even of the ones that have hard hearts, can soften their hearts. I pray for world leaders. Give them wisdom and understanding to be more rational, to use common sense in making crucial or essential decisions that will affect humanity on this earth. I pray, great ancestors, continue to intercede on behalf of humanity. Why am I calling you? I'm calling unto you because, again, you've walked this earth. You understand the plight of the human race, of us, because you've lived here. So who better to intercede on our behalf than you? So I ask that you continue to intercede on our behalf. I pray for all the children across the world, especially those ones that are in war situation, in war zones, where there's killing, destruction of lives, property, and everything in between. I pray, great ancestor, that you intercede on their behalf. Protect them, grant their families consolation, grant them the happiness and the joy that they need in spite of the situation or in spite of the situations that they are encountering. I pray, great ancestors, for the sick, those in hospitals that are at the point of death or that are suffering from incurable diseases, those that they've told you only have a month to live. I pray, great ancestors, that you reverse that, because with you is life. You are the fountain of life. And I hope that you touch them, give them life, so they can know it's you. And I give that happiness to someone. You know what I mean? So I ask that you cure them, you heal them of these diseases, of the sickness. I also pray for the homeless people, those people who don't have a place to stay, a house, a shelter. Grant them, great ancestors. I pray for those people who are confused and don't know their way through life. Open their eyes to see. Help them discover the self, which is the main part of you that's hidden inside. Some people discover that early on in life, and then some people do not discover that early on in life. Some discover when they are maybe in their prime. Some discover when they are maybe 40 years old. But I hope and pray that people can start to discover the self when they're younger, maybe 20 years old, because then you're not going to regret on some of the decisions that you're making when you haven't discovered the self. So that's the reason why I always say the greatest thing that could ever happen to you is when you discover yourself. Because at that point, great ancestors, none of these people will be misled. They will be able to see reality as it is, without no sugarcoating, without no deception, without no misguiding, and they will see things for what they are. And that's my prayer, great ancestors. As we begin this month, all of the situation that is happening across the globe, all those people that are trying to start new wars, may you talk to their hearts. May you give them change of minds. Because we want this world to be a peaceful place. Because there's no way we can survive on this planet when there's so much wars. You can't even think. You cannot be creative when there's war. But when there's peace and tranquility on the earth, humans are able to think. Humans are able to plan. And humans are able to be more creative. This is who we are. We are designed to be creative. But it's all of the instability in our world today is hindering our creativity. Help us, great ancestors. Bring solutions to some of the issues, especially the major ones that we're facing. All those mothers that are about to give children to the world, I pray that you take them through the process safely. Let them give birth to beautiful humans, smart humans, intelligent humans that will solve some of the problems that we are faced with today. Send that Redeemer, that Savior, that will heal the sick, heal the blind, and let those who cannot hear, and those who cannot see. I thank you. I honor you. And as I end this video, as always, I pray that you continue to intercede on our behalf. Do not give up on us, because we're mere human beings. Look down on us and continue to watch on us. Watch every steps, every move, every action that we take, and grant us the solution that we need to solve most of human problems. I thank you, great ancestors. I thank you. And as I've always said, my friends, the greatest thing that could ever happen to anyone is not the day you were born, not the day you had your first child, the day you graduated from high school, college, that you became a lawyer, doctor, engineer, a scientist, a researcher, whatever it is that you were doing. The greatest thing, my friends, that could ever happen to you is the day you discover the self. Because from that day on, my friends, everything, absolutely everything, will start to make sense to you. You understand? You will know your ancestors, and you will honor them, and you will seek them. And when you seek them, you will honor them, because of what they've done to get you to where you are today. Honor the ancestors. Venerate them. I thank you and all those people that recently subscribed to my channel. I want to thank you. On the Common Sense channel, we get to talk about those things that people know, that people have thought about, but don't often have the time to discuss. So these, my friends, are the things we discuss here on the Common Sense channel. So once again, my friends, welcome to the Common Sense channel from my heart. And as you see on my channel, I honor the ancestors here. I do them every month before I start doing my videos, except otherwise. But I think without them, I'm nothing. So that's the reason why I honor the ancestors every month. So once again, I want to welcome you to my platform. And as I've always said, thank you, and have a pleasant and a wonderful day. Thanks.